All right, so I'm going to try and make this video as quick as possible so you can learn as quick as possible and you don't have to spend more time on YouTube than absolutely necessary. So, how do you persuade somebody? Let's get into it. Now, you have to understand human nature to get a grasp of this. People inherently don't do things to help you. They do it to help themselves. And I know this sounds terrible, but that's how most humans are. It's just a survival instinct. We don't really help others unless it's going to help us. And there is some good people who might help you just out of the benefit of their hearts. But if you're not talking to loved ones who truly care for you or very, very close friends, the likelihood of that happening is very little. And even then, a loved one with small things might not help you if there's nothing in it for them. So for example, if you want to ask your mom for the car for the weekend, right? You want to drive her car because you want to go see some friends and get drunk and go with your girlfriend, go to her house and then go on a road trip. She's probably not going to give you her car, right? Because what's in it for her? You're going to get drunk with your friends, so you might crash the car. You're going to go with your girlfriend, so you might stink it up and get it dirty because you're nasty. And there's really nothing in it for her. You're going to waste gas. She's probably going to have to pay for it, etc. So what would be the right way to persuade your mom into giving you her car for the weekend? You could say this. For example, what is something that my mom would want me to do? What is something that would make it worth it for my mom to let me borrow her car? For example, hey mom, I'd like to borrow your car. I know you're going to say no probably, but just listen out. I'll get you all your groceries. I'll run the errands for you. And when I give it back at 11 p.m. tonight, I will have the tank filled up fully with gas, my money on me. That is more like you. That is 100% more likely to get your mom to give you the car than you saying, hey mom, can you give me the car because I want to get drunk on the weekend and I want to go visit my girlfriend and me, I want this, I want that. You have to understand, people don't really care about what you want. They care about what's in it for them. So when you're trying to persuade someone, instead of being arrogant and saying, yeah, they should help me because it'll help me. No. What you need to do is put yourself in their mind or in their shoes and understand, why the fuck would I help this person? What is in it for me? And when you start figuring out these angles, then you can ask them from that angle. So for example, let me give you another good example. Let's see, what would be a good example? Okay, for example, you want to get $300 from your dad to buy a course on drop shipping, okay? You could either ask your dad, you can be like, hey dad, I want $300 because I want to make money and I want to do drop shipping and I'm going to live this dream, blah, blah, blah. And your dad's going to be like, no, fuck off. Like, do something with your life. Or you could be like, hey dad, I've figured out this opportunity. I think it's great. I think it will give me the ability to help myself, to be able to help you. And if I make any returns, because I'm going to work hard, I'll give you everything that you gave me. So I'll pay you back the $300 with what I earned, plus some interest. How does that sound? He's much more likely to give you those $300. So when you're speaking with someone and you want to persuade them, never look at it from perspective of you, or me in this case. Think of it as a perspective of, what can I say that will make them see that this will be good for them also? This will be a good return for them, right? So if you're trying to date a girl and you're trying to bring her out on a date, don't go at her with, I want to have fun because I like you and I think you're pretty. Go at her with, we're going to have lots of fun and you're going to love this date, etc. What's in it for her, right? Because she doesn't care what's in it for you. She wants to enjoy herself. What's in it for her? So the point is, when you are trying to persuade somebody, never look at it from your own selfish perspective. Always think, what would they get out of this? What could be a good return for them? And start asking them from that angle. I know this will help you, and I promise you will persuade much more in any area of your life if you use this. You're welcome, bro.